Do 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 do. Where's my calculator? We're almost ready. I know we're streaming, but we're almost ready. We were at 480. So we were at +5. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Absolute Zero's absolutely amazing stream. Let's first get everything all set up. I was just stocking up on eggs. Stocking up first like. Thank you, Jordan. I don't know how to say that. Galagos? Galagos, probably, right? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Today I am doing quite well. Starting to hatch these eggs. And by starting to hatch, I mean we haven't hatched one yet. We literally just started. Thank you so much for the like also, Jordan. Gotta get that shiny apple. I only have one shiny so far in Sword and Shield. And I am slacking. You're doing good? I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing well. Just got home about like 20 minutes ago, and I was like, I promised people in the last stream I was going to stream Monday. And I was planning on doing it during the day, but you know, life. But I did have time to stream, so I'm like, hey, let's do it. Ooh, she's folding her arms. Gotta get those eggs. Gotta get those eggs. Boom. Speed boost. I'm really not sure which way I prefer more. Oh, there we go. Let's see what happens. Boom, 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 boom. We were at, and I don't have any of the numbers on screen because I haven't made like a layout or anything yet. But we are at about 485 eggs starting tonight. Or we were at 480, but I'm counting up by 5 since this batch of 5 is hatching. So right now we're at about 485. And that's pretty good. Odds are about what? Without Shiny Charm, about 650-ish? Somewhere around there, 650. I know it's like 560. Or is it 4 something with Charm? I don't remember. Oh, I froze. Okay, there we go. We unfroze. There we go. Let's take a sip of water. My girlfriend's texting me. I love her. I love my girlfriend. Not shiny. Unlucky. All right. Oh. I love that every time it hatches. Oh, what could it be? Could it be an apple? It probably is. But not a green apple. Okay, and we're done. So now let's switch them around. We're just going to move them. I'll release them later. I'll go through and do that. Whenever I release them first and then move the eggs over, it messes with the flow, I think. Because I want to get all the eggs, go through them in order. And then if I just have like empty spots in my box, then all of a sudden the new eggs, and I'm hatching new eggs and never get into the old eggs. So I like putting them in the box first and then releasing them later, doing a mass release. Like Johnny Appleseed over here. Playing apples all across Galar. No, I was going to say Kalos. Nope, Galar. I still don't know what I prefer more, doing circles in front of the daycare or doing like the whole like bridge thing. I like doing circles because you get to see the lady when she folds her arms and get eggs, but sometimes you like to feel the progression of going all the way across the bridge. Vroom vroom, speed boost. Moonlight Acid, vibe check. Vibe is good. It's a good, I think it's a good vibe. We just started, but what do you think about the game? I've only gotten about 3 badges in, so I can't comment on the story or anything like that. On the gameplay, I think it's fun. There are definitely issues, and like people's issues with the game are valid, but none of the issues are big enough to me to not play the game. Basically, games for me are about being fun, and I think the game is fun. Do you watch much anime? I really don't. I've watched a few animes in my life, but not many. Like the last anime that I've watched is My Hero Academia. And I haven't watched any of season 4, the one that new ones is coming out. I haven't watched any of that because I like to watch it while I shiny hunt. So I actually like the dub because I don't like reading as I do it. You've seen Naruto though, right? Yeah, I've seen Naruto. I finished Naruto. I didn't watch the anime. I kind of got like bored with it, so I just like sped through like the end of the manga to figure out what the ending was. Boo 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 boo. Sakura is big waifu, bro. I thought so. I thought so for a while, but apparently, like a lot of the community hates her. I don't get it. I didn't get the whole Hinata waifu thing. I don't know. I think Naruto just ended kind of weird with all the people that they married. Oh, like, oh, this quiet girl loves him from afar and she's really great, so they're gonna get married. It's like I don't think that's how it works out, but whatever. Have you seen Hunter x Hunter? No, I've never seen Hunter x Hunter, Hunter x Hunter, which I've heard it pronounced both ways, but no, I've never seen any of it. I've never, like I said, I haven't really watched too many animes. My hat is just all over the place. There we go. Vroom. I forget what the odds for Masuda are. I'm gonna look that up. Oh, there we go. She's folded her arms. Yes, give me them eggs. Give me them eggs. No. Nose is itching. Masuda method. Let's see what the odds are for this game. Bruh, Kurapika is a dude, but I thought he was a chick for the longest time. Is that a person from Naruto or Hunter x Hunter? Because either way, I don't recognize that name. Ah, there's a man there. Get out of there, man. Kurapika. It's a fun name to say, though. Oh, we're hatching eggs. We're taking up the count. All right, so... Okay, it's 1 in 683. Okay, that's what it is. 1 in 683, and we're at almost 500. That's from Hunter x Hunter, but honestly, though, big gay for him. I don't know much about it, but I respect it. Am I big gay for any anime men's? Probably was at some point, like watching a few of them, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Where I'm like, that dude though. Definitely had some waifus when I was younger, though. Boo-doo-doo-doo. I gotta remember not to whistle. It sounds like death in especially headphone users' ears. A lot of Naruto fans tend to think Sasuke is better than Naruto, but let's be honest here, Naruto beats Sasuke easily. He does. Like, that's kind of like the point of the whole show. Kind of. We are going to run out of eggs, that's for sure. Before the end of the stream, we going to need to stock up on them eggs. I tried doing it before the stream, but I only had like 10 minutes, so not enough time for the eggs to produce. I need the oval charm, but you don't get that till end game. Did you get your G Max Meowth? I do. I have the Gigantamax Meowth. I gotta figure out how to get the Gigantamax Meowth background for my League card though, because I love the League cards. I think that is the best feature they've ever done. Not really. There's other features that I think are better, but I do think it's a lot of fun. And I really like the Gigantamax Meowth background. I heard all you had to do was Gigantamax it, and I did. Went to the Pokemon Center, did the little thingy-majiggy, and it didn't have the background. So maybe I need to do it in gym battle. So I might have to do that. They like thinking Vegeta is better than Goku. A lot of people liked Vegeta better than Goku as a kid, but he's not better. Like, come on. Like, he's the guy who was like, I'm no ordinary Saiyan. I am a Super Saiyan. And when he clearly wasn't, because before he knew what a Super Saiyan even was. And then Goku turned Super Saiyan, and he's like, oh, maybe I'm not a Super Saiyan. Goku's way cooler. Goku is way cooler. I don't know. I just think they did Gohan dirty. Gohan was my favorite character during, like, the Frieza and the Cell Saga. And then they Great Saiyaman him and write him off as a background character. Can you imagine that? And then they try and make him cool again. And, like, with the Kai, Supreme Kai stuff, and he's still just irrelevant. Like, what the heck? Imagine if you could Mega Evolve in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I mean, that's pretty cool. Canonically, apparently Mega Evolution's like an alternate timeline. So it makes sense if we're in a different time, like the original timeline, that there wouldn't be at Mega Evolutions. But I get that's just like an excuse sort of thing. I think the alternate timeline thing's a little weird. Anytime you start messing with time, stuff just gets weird, and it's like it's so easy to like paradox and all that jazz. I like Gohan before they tried to make him the main character. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I liked him in the Frieza and Cell Saga. Then when it was like Gohan going to school, it's like, come on, Gohan. He's a great Saiyaman. What? And then suddenly he's racially insensitive Saiyaman with a turban and sunglasses. It's like, what are you doing, bro? And then it doesn't matter because all that, I don't know. He's still more relevant than Goten. That's true. But no, yeah, that's true. But Goten and I don't know. I guess they all had their own arc in the Buu saga with like Gohan had the Supreme Kai thing and the sword of I don't remember, sort of Justice Kai or whatever. And then Gohan and Goten had the Gotenks thing. So they all were playing a role in defeating Buu. And then suddenly a spirit bomb happened. And that's all that was needed. The only reason Goten has a shred of popularity is because of Trunks. Probably that and also a mix of he has Goku's hair. He looks like a little Goku. He looks like young Goku from Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball GT, but probably not GT because most people hate GT. Why did I... This bike is so hard to control. Is it because it's real world physics? where you gotta like actually turn instead of like just snapping around. So every once in a while I forget about that. Then all of a sudden I'm like driving straight into a freaking daycare center. Kid Buu is best villain. That's just not true. What the heck? Come on, there we go. That's just not true. I need to hear some reasons why you think Kid Buu is best villain. It's definitely either Frieza or Cell. Oh, you are a Cell nerd. I'm torn between Frieza and Cell. Yeah, I think they're both the best. But Kid Buu, come on. That saga was a mess. There's a Majin Buu, Super Buu, Kid Buu, all the same Buu but different Buu. Like, ooh, she folded her arms already. Yeah. Long message incoming. All right, good. I'm waiting for this response. I wanna hear why Kid Buu is best villain. You're either perfect or you're not me. It's from Dragon Ball Abridged during their Cell Saga. Highly recommend. I'm sure you've all seen it, but it's like better than the actual anime. I think. Like they've done a phenomenal job with that. It's hilarious, and I care about the characters, and it's still got all the cool animation and fighting because they're using the actual anime clips. It's great. I love it. Where am my green apple at? Oh my. Come on, green apple. Oh. I don't think I'll ever not do that. It's just who I am. Oh. When it shines, that's when I'll for real be like, oh. So stupid. I just think it's funny. All right, we're done with that. No, as far as the Mega Evolution thing goes, I think Gigantamax is a good. I mean, I'm not a competitive battler or anything, but as far as like doing a similar situation without needing an alternate timeline explanation, I think Gigantamax is a good substitute. I just wish every Pokemon could Gigantamax. Sure, maybe you need to find them in a raid or whatever, but like you need to find a special rare one. But I wish every Pokemon had the ability to Gigantamax, and maybe they will with updates and stuff like that. Like it seems like they're doing new Gigantamax Pokemon coming out and stuff like that. But there might be a finite number of them instead of all the Pokemon in the game, which just sucks because that'd be super cool to have every Pokemon just a big old, basically a giant Mega Evolution. Wow. Kid Buu, best villain. I don't know. I think he was one of my probably. I don't know if he was my favorite Buu. I kind of like Majin Buu. But of the three Boos, he might be the best Buu. But I don't know about best villain. I kind of wish you could see people over in the distance here. Like, you can see the wild area. I mean, you can't even see Pokemon. Like, all the pop-ins in this game are a mess. But it'd be cool if you could, like, if this were, like, real time with when you're connected to the internet. Like, you see all the stuff in the wild area there. It's okay. I'll figure it out. I'll read it all. Ooh, ooh, we're hatching. We're hatching. What's the worst type of villain? Someone who just wants to destroy things. Someone who has no regard for suffering and, in fact, enjoys suffering. So, really, when you look at it, Kid Buu is the most evil villain. When he shows up, there are no words, no big events being made, just no warning. He's just coming to blow up your whole planet. See, I'm not saying he's not the most evil. I'm saying the best. Now, most people regard best villains as a villain you can sympathize with and you understand where they're coming from. Or you can see their point of view, right? Like villains who have a good idea, like Killmonger from Black Panther. Stuff like that, where it's like, like if you were on the other side, you wouldn't see him as a villain. But then other times, a good villain is just, but like that's part of what makes it interesting. But then other times, it's just other little interesting things that make him like more human or relatable or understandable. Kid Boo's just, like you said, a killing machine with no words or anything like that. He's just a big baddie. He's a giant kaiju from Power Rangers, right? He's something Rita Repulsa sent down to destroy the world. But he's not like a space emperor like Frieza is, and he's not like this every part of your favorite heroes sort of thing like Cell is. So, and he doesn't really have any personality. So it doesn't make him entertaining to watch. I'd say most evil villain makes the best villain. When you can sympathize with them, it makes them less villainous. Maybe. Again, it just depends on what's interesting to watch, right? Like what you find interesting. I think most people find not realistic as an anime about space monkeys and stuff. But but yeah, like a character you can connect with in some way. I think usually find them the best villains. Unless they're like super cool and like mysterious, right? And they're like, "Oh, who's this guy? I don't know who he is. He's just there and he's like shifty," because that's like the anime thing, right? Where it's just like a silent, cool guy. Like, who could he be? I don't know. Like the Boba Fett type, where it's like, oh, even Darth Vader tells him not to kill people. Sometimes that can work too. But I think a cackling monster sometimes, I don't know. I just didn't think it was the most interesting. Especially the saga. The saga was, like I said, the saga was a mess. And I think that makes me, like, my remembrance of him less. A lot of people say Joker is the best villain ever, but don't anyone can sympathize with blowing up hospitals. See, no, that's the difference, right? The Joker, you can sympathize with him. You may not justify his actions, but you can sympathize with who he is as a person. Right? Like, just like the Joker movie that just came out with Joaquin Phoenix. Like, the whole movie was to get you to understand what this guy's going through. And it was a really great movie, but at the same time, it's like, holy crap, like, this could really happen. People feel this way. Do 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 do. There's a crap all over my mic cord cable. Pretty to watch Goku go on a long lecture to Kid Buu just for him to respond with monkey noises. Yeah, that's an interesting scene. Or entertaining scene. Again, I'm not saying Kid Buu is the worst. Like, there's a lot of worse in like GT and filler arcs, and I haven't even seen much of Super, but like, who was the worst? I guess Dragon Ball Z. Probably like the androids. Not like the androids, but like Dr. Gero and Android 19. They were probably the worst. So yeah, it's hard to say. They just got killed right away though. They were not very good villains. Sorry about that. I got a text. Oh, move. Let's move these things. Frieza isn't even. Whoa. Isn't a villain. Being Emperor is all he's known and it's how he was raised. That doesn't make him not a villain. Just because it's all you know doesn't mean you're not a villain. That's not how that works at all. It's all you know, so it can't be a villainous act? No. You can be raised a villain. Plus, he enjoyed killing things and people and blowing up planets. How would you like it if you were called a villain for doing all you know? It's not about how he feels about it. That's just because he doesn't like villains doesn't mean like they want to be a villain. That's the horrible definition of a villain. Like only people that are villains are people that like being called villains. Like, was Hitler a villain? I'm sure he didn't think so. And I'm sure if somebody called him that, he'd be very upset. But I do believe Hitler was a villain. Real life. Real talk. Bad man. Some say he's a pretty bad man. There we go. Eggs hatching. Real life is a lot more complex than anime. Well, yeah. But it still like that's what the argument is, right? You didn't know any better, but it doesn't like it. First of all, he definitely knew better, right? Goku gave him a lot of options. Gave him a bunch of lectures like, hey, let's be friends, power, fighting. You're a good sparring partner. I'd like to let you live. And he still just kept trying to blow people up and kill children. Definitely knew his actions were wrong. If we look at it that way, then everyone is a villain to someone. Maybe? But the way you're saying is basically no one's a villain. Like, oh, because that's how he was raised. This is how Majin Buu, it's all Majin Buu was created to do. Was created to blow stuff up. And kill people. So he's not a villain because that's just the way he was made. He was born this way. Maybe you're a villain to someone who hates Pokemon. I'm probably a villain to the people that are super, super, super adamant about Dexit. You're right. Those people, the hashtag Game Freak lied, the ones who are like, if you buy this, then you're supporting just the worst creators of video games in the history of the world. Yeah, I'm a villain to them. But that's all I know. It's how I was raised. So really, they're the wrong ones. I mean, that's how it is, though, right? You're like, you only have one side of the story ever. right? Like what was it? What I feel like it was a war movie. I forget which war movie it was, but they're talking about like, oh, like basically everybody in like war thinks God is on their side, right? And that's what it is. Like you're the hero of your own story, and you only have your perspective. So from an anime's perspective, we are given a protagonist, a main person, a Goku, and we are told the story through their eyes, and we are meant to see things the way they see them. So that's just how it is. Frieza looking at Goku as a villain. So who's the villain? Again, but again, in each of their eyes, you're right. Like that's how it is. But then villainousness also can come down to morality, right? And what on your personal grade of morality, which ends justify which means more, sort of thing. And generally in society, we all have a decently same level of morality. There are some things here and there that shift, but for the most part, we have a decent level of morality, same idea of what's moral and what's immoral. And usually we side with the one we see as moral. So the one defending life we go with because that's moral to us rather than the person murdering an entire planet so that they can wish to be immortal. Villainy is subjective. Again, it depends on what you mean as by subjective. Right? Like it is subjective. But then there's some people, I'm not one of these people, but there are some people that think, oh, if a majority believes this, then it's fact, sort of thing. And that's just not true. But see, the majority of people see villains for what they are based on, like I said, their scale of morality. Because most people in Western countries have a similar scale of morality. Like murder. Murder's not great. Can ask almost anyone, and I guarantee you 99.9% of people will say it is immoral and it is a villainous act. But then there's some people that disagree. So, it is what it is. Is murder villainous? I believe so. If we only see things through Goku's eyes, then yeah, Frieza's a big villain. But what about the bigger picture? See, the thing is, we don't have a much bigger picture because we're seeing a story that the creators want to tell us, and they want to tell us it basically through Goku's perspective. We'll get some shots in some scenes not from his perspective, but they're to basically give us what they want to tell us, right? It's not like we're watching Frieza's everyday life on a hidden camera and we get to see the innermost workings of him. No, we're seeing what hatching eggs. We're seeing what they want to show us, and they're showing us villainous things. Frieza needs the Joker treatment. We need a good guy Frieza movie. Maybe. Knocking stuff over. I don't know enough about Super to talk about it either. Because I was going to bring up some points in Super because I know he helped like in the tournament arc and stuff like that. But then there's like the Super Broly movie where he like still wanted to come and like wreak havoc even after being like BFFs and friends with them and stuff like that. Stubbornness. Frieza has become a lot more chilled out over the years as well. See, that's the thing. I don't know enough about it. Like I saw the Super Broly movie and I saw a bit of Super, but I haven't seen enough to talk about it. So I'm gonna have to work tomorrow. What time do I have to work? Let's find out. Let's keep hatching eggs though. Oh. Am I on the right email? I believe so. Yes, I am. All right, what time do I work tomorrow? I work at 10. Okay. If Goku asked Frieza to be in a tournament of power back in the early days, he would 100% say no. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, again, I probably wouldn't, again, but I haven't watched enough Super to know everything about it. Like, to... What am I doing? I haven't watched enough Super to really talk about that. I should watch Super, I just haven't gotten around to it. Let's go. Fold your arms, lady. Give me more eggs. I need more. Gotta crack these eggs to make an omelet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there we go. Ugh. But yeah, like I said, it depends. It depends on what you want. Like, do you want a Killmonger style villain, or do you want like a mysterious style of villain? The scene in the tournament where Frieza and Goku are fighting together like back to back, that was clean. Oh, it was. I did see that. I like that. And then it was 17, right? 17 comes out of nowhere. It's like boom, just wins the tournament. Super funny. Like his like wish was like to go like on a yacht with his family or something ridiculous. And it's like, man, you're going through all this to go on a yacht, bro. Like I think Goku or can afford to lend you some money to go on a yacht. Apples, apples, need some more apples, apples, apples. Ooh. Apple, porque you red. We need green. I'm tired already. It's been a long day. Tell little me back in the day that evil android on the screen would say the universe later. I would call you a liar. I'd call you a liar even watching the scene. I was like, what? How did that happen? And then trying to remember everything that happened in the Cell Saga when they brought him back to life. Just trying to remember, like, I don't know. It was messy back then, and trying to remember, like, did that really happen? And like, yeah, that happened. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Gotta tell you though, the Cell Saga was not surprisingly not as messy as the Boo Saga. When he had so much like people yelling at him to change it, where it's like, oh, these are the Android Saga, and it's like, no, those people are there's a fat clown and an old man. It's like, all right, well, here's two teenagers. It's like, what? They're just bratty and annoying. Well, all right, here's evil monster man. He's ugly. Well, fine. And here, now he's handsome. Surprisingly, all that stuff went through that, and it was surprisingly good. And not as messy, like I said, as the Boo Saga. The Boo Saga, I think, was a little too... And then this happens. I don't know how they grew a consciousness, they're robots. Yeah. Apparently, they're not androids. Apparently, they're cyborgs. So they started out as humans and then turned to robots. But I don't know. The show's a little confusing about it. They were sort of just pulling stuff out of their butts at some points. Lady, fold your arms. Lady, fold your arms. We need those eggs. Yeah, I don't know. And then how they get older and stuff too. Like, I think they were wished human. Like I said, I don't really remember. I kind of want to watch that now. Like, watch that scene when Krillin wishes them back. Just so he can make babies. Ooh, yeah. Cyborgs are still robots. They don't have human minds, or they wouldn't have been so adamant about killing Goku. Well, cyborgs are not actually robots. Cyborgs are humans with robotic parts, basically. Cyborg started as humans, and then like Cyborg from Teen Titans, right? He's a human with a bunch of robot parts. Android 16, I think, was straight up android, like straight up like robot, right? Because he was always adamant about killing Goku. But I think 17 and 18 were technically cyborgs. They were like kids that they turned into robots. But again, it was very loose. It's like I'm not exactly gonna defend what they did, right? It was very loose. You get pretty tired of wires and metal. Exactly. Krillin knows what's up. Because like who knows if Dr. Gero made them like anatomically correct, right? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying I probably wouldn't if I was making robots, but that's just me. That just seems like a waste of time. Do. 17 looks like a girl. That's because the hair is long and the face is cute and slender. No, sometimes it's hard with anime to tell the difference between them because of the hair and stuff. Like, it's like something with like babies, right? Like, it's like, they kind of all look the same. I only can tell if they're wearing pink and have long hair. That's why traps are a thing. That's true. Suddenly, trap. Suddenly, whoa, there it is. Oh, fold them arms. Oh, more like, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? That's your prerogative, not mine. You can do with whatever you want as you please. I'd be more like, I see. Have a nice day. Boom, speed boost. Yeah, there we go. Oh, my eyes. My eyes. There we go. Fold them arms, lady. Fold them arms. You know that's what I like. That sounded weird. That sounded. I'm not gonna say that again. That sounded like predatorial. I see that you have made a decision on yourself to fold those arms. So I'm assuming you're consenting to giving me these eggs. Rule 34 scares me. It's just one of the rules of the internet. It's just what it is. If it's there, it's going to happen. I don't peruse such places, but it's just a rule. Right? It's like law of gravity. Inklings are 14. I don't don't want to talk about that. Don't want to talk about Rule 34 Inkling 14-year-olds. Please don't let the shiny be in this batch. So I have me talking about that. Because otherwise I might need to censor some things. How about that weather? The weather has been pretty nice, actually. It's getting. I live in Florida, and it's getting. You live in Florida too, right? We were talking about it before. Apparently, it's getting like down into like the 40s tonight, so it's actually gonna be nice and chilly. So I'm happy about that. No, dang it! Are you serious? Stupid capture card. F to the stream. Honestly. Okay. It's connected back. No, it did not connect back. It said it malfunctioned. F. F, F, F. Yeah, at least it didn't ruin the clip. Exactly. Yeah, at least there wasn't a shiny in there. Okay. We're plugged back in. Do we recognize the thingy? Can we not see the capture card? Maybe if I do it over here, right? Where is it? El gato. El gato. Is there anything back there? No, okay. So let's try this. This won't work. No, that won't work. Yes. Let's restart the stream. All right. Okay. We have a stream back. Let's see if we can get the chat back. Let's see if we can get the chat back. Okay, that's not the one. YouTube Studio. Alright, let's go back to the thingy. Skip. See if we can get the chat back. Okay. Is this the actual chat? I'm gonna pop it out. Is this the actual chat? Because last time it wasn't the same chat. And I needed to go and get a different chat. Might need to go get a different chat. Alright, let's try this again. This is just a headache. It's super annoying. I need a new computer. If we can't get the chat back. Can't get the chat back, I guess we can cancel, like finish a stream up. It's only like an hour. It's not a good stream, but it is what it is. But I don't want it to be what it is what it is. Okay. Yeah, this chat is alright. So this is the same chat, but I don't see any. I don't see any homies in it. Alright, we'll give it a little shot. If Moonlight, if I don't see you in the chat, we'll figure this out. I don't know. Okay. So it is what it is. Let's hatch this batch and then go back and see if we can again find the chat. This is super annoying. Oh, fold those arms. I need a new computer, but I'm spending so much money on other stuff. Christmas, and hopefully other stuff. And then computers, like, after Christmas, I spent most of my, I bought most of my gifts already for Christmas. There's just a few more that I need to pick up. So Christmas, and then something else is at the top of the list. And then after that, it's new computer. There's something else I wanted to. What was it? New phone. That's what I need. I want a new phone. That's probably a little bit lower than new computer. Because my phone works decently well. But it's like 4 years old. Or I've had it for 4 years and it's a 5-year-old phone. Something like that. Sorry, I was getting tired anyway. I was getting tired anyway. Had a long day. Alright, we'll hatch this batch. And then we'll, since I can't see the chat, I'm barely looking, but I can tell if it's shiny because they got the sparkles now. Plus it's green. Red and green are very different colors. So we're at 550. We're almost at odds. We only did this for about an hour. So far, I haven't got it. I think this was the last one. Maybe there might be one more. And that was the last one. All right, Moonlight and Jordan. I don't know if you guys are still in here. If anybody else is in here. Again, I can't see the chat because YouTube's stupid and my computer's stupid. So we're going to have to end the stream right now because I can't interact with you guys. But if you want to go over to the Shiny Shack, they're streaming live right now. They're good friends of mine. They're really good people in the community. They're Masuda methoding and also wild hunting. It's 2 of them. So if you want to go watch some more shiny hunters, please go check them out. They've got about 1,000 subscribers right now. Hit them up. See if you like them. Subscribe to them. I'm not sure when we're gonna stream next. I'm really sorry for this suboptimal stream of only about an hour, but it is what it is. I'll try and get this fixed up, but I don't really know what else I can do about it. It's really annoying. Really, really annoying. But we'll be streaming regularly. Maybe not on a regular schedule, but at least a couple times a week. So I really hope you guys have fun. Hope the stream was enjoyable while you were here. I had fun talking with you guys. Again, go check out the Shiny Shack. Good night, guys.